Hello, and welcome to Eledor Plays Kenshi. I think this is episode 17. That's on my head. So, I have been having some technical issues with recording, which you may or may not have noticed, which has basically been leading me, well, you wouldn't have noticed, it's been basically meaning I have been having a lot of issues just recording normal episodes. I haven't quite sorted out what I'm going to do to fix it. Cross that bridge when we get there, but could be my graphics card is on the way out, which is annoying because it's only 2 years old. It shouldn't be having any major issues. I haven't done anything to the computer to cause it to do anything dumb. Or at least I don't remember doing anything to it. Not necessarily the best sign if I can't remember doing anything. Okay. So originally... Damn, dude, it's still going. Which... Actually got hobs. Should probably... Wait, will the beds... No beds there. Go drop him down there. Ooh. Full death yard's gone. Oh, Groot! No! Where is it? There. It's a feeding you, Groot. The little guy was starving. Look at him, so happy. As he gets older, he will need more sustenance. Oh, what's going on over there? A lot of dead bodies around. That's very sanitary. Thankfully, there is no disease mechanic. Okay, it's just Molly. Check everyone's food levels. Okay, we've got 42,000. Wait, where's High not going? There's Hay not. Oh yeah, this guy here is the diplomatic pacifier for the Holy Nation. So if you get into their bad books, that's the guy you'd go talk to fix it. So he's located in good old Shuck. I haven't been to that small village, have I? Uh-oh. And straight back to work. Oh, you can't do it. Hobbs is finally on the mend. I think it was Beep who was starving. He's not starving. Up here. Is there anyone else we can recruit in here? Oop. Oh, one thing to check is if it's open to the public or not. What are they chasing me for? Occurring on the Phoenix Live. That was a bit rude. She's a local. Yeah. P is a local. What are you doing picking on her? You big jerk. Oh, look at Armory. Yeah, these guys specialize in injury type outfits, so sneaky chain, which is essentially just a standard outfit, but it's actually got chainmail built into it. And they have all sort of what you consider ninja weapons. Padded. Black and chainmail, I believe, is better than standard chainmail. Wouldn't be able to tell you off the top of my head though. So like the shoddy grade leather shirt is actually worse than the dark leather shirt, sort of thing. Not really a lot I want to equip it with at the moment. Check the fact change queue, see if there's anyone in there. I remember you normally able to recruit more people here, but it might just be... Okay, I reckon I can recruit these guys. Most of them pretty terrible. I think Reva is... No, she's no head honcho. Molars. Look at her. We're not touching her. God damn. 121 dexterity. Yeah, if we somehow picked a fight with her, we would be dead. There are some easy ways to actually get around it. It's where you sneak and then you subdue. So for example, you do that and you go over and whack them on the head. But you need to have your sneak skill increased for that to work. So I reckon all of them are recruitable. So I can give us 5 extra people. But go back to the bar for now. Your mongrel should be a fewer recruitable. Mongol crazy. Lovely. What was the other bar? That's weapon shop. Bar. Ah, there is a fees shop here. Fog princes, you can actually get their head and behead them, and it sells for like 10,000 money as well. So if you do see fog princes, usually accompanied by some of the fog heavies to protect them, who are usually quite strong. Normal little patrols of fogmen won't have those that sort of setup happening. We'll go over here. Old Beepington. So we can buy that. No, we can buy that one if you want to. I don't think there's anyone in his town. Well, maybe Shrike. Have a look. Straight in a dead-end town, and for what? Some puffed-up tech hunter rumor of AI cores and CPU units. Well, goodbye blue skies, goodbye sunlight. Solemn desert breeze, now's the sound of the fog to listen to instead. Listen to that, and there you've got yourself a few sleepless nights. And don't even get me started on food. How much longer are the reserves going to last on this marooned island, eh? Ugh. Anyway, looks like you're one of us now, eh? Welcome to the party. If you don't want to be a party pooper, don't talk about the fog or what's in it for that matter. The screeching and groans enough of a reminder already. Why not leave? Oh, I want to, believe me. But every single time I pluck up the courage, my dear old brother's tortured screams echo in my mind, and that's when I remember that perhaps the lack of sunlight and the odd back pain grumbles from Crumble John isn't such a bad thing after all. Not compared to my fate that lurks in the fogs. I mean, sure, it's easy to throw out suggestions, Captain Obvious, but talking about it is much easier than doing it. Allow me to drag you out of here with me. Her eye checks you over and she smirks. Just you? Tell me you're an apprentice of Tin Fist, a Shek Invincible, a trained ninja. I'm not filled with confidence at the company you're offering me so far, but I guess you made it here in one piece. That's something. I'm your ticket out of here, and you know it. Well. Cool. Wasn't expecting to get her. We do need to get Beeps. I think Crumblejohn, we're trying to get him as well. Wherever he is. Where's Crumblejohn? Where's the other bar? Must be in the other bar. There's two. Maybe he's in this one? Nope, the same goes through here, so it's the other one over here. That's not a bar. Bar is here. Where's Crumble John? Am I missing a bar? We're in search of a new master. I charge 5,000 cats. You have a deal. Alright. He does look kind of small and cute, but we're gonna make him more of a sleeker fade. So expand his chest out a little bit. Give that about 100. Less important for these guys. Shoulders, maybe expand them a little bit. What was it? Eye height, that's what I wanted. And we got Hanbu. Where's Crumble John? Double check this one again. Stuck. Why can't you leave? The Death Yard's Outlander, and you had to be out of your mind to set foot in those coastal valleys. Came here to escape prison, but turns out this is just prison in another guise. More hellish than the last. How about you escape here with me? What, are you crazy? No one goes to the fun comes out alive. Lucky make it to Mongrel. Don't tempt fate, newbie. Well, I came here and I'll leave here. Ah. Chose the wrong ones. That's fine. Let's just double checking here again. Because Crumbletron's a character. I believe. Unless he's been grabbed somehow and killed. Huh. I have to check where he's gone. A little bit obsessing over this because he's one of the named characters, so that's sort of why I want to get him too. Beep, Crumble John, High Nut. Oh, that's good. Van Cleef's good. Hobbs is good. Everyone else is kind of okay. Right. So one of the things we were trying to figure out is where to do our base. This area looks great. Unfortunately, right next to an exile camp, and they're hostile. Also, I think it's only dry. So you're not getting any rain there. Again, as I like to keep saying, this is my preference. The problem is if you want to be friends with the Holy Nation, it means you can only use... You basically have to try and ally with them. Problem with that means you can't access all the United Cities if you do that, really. Same for the Czech. Otherwise you have to have basically just... You'd have all the men working there to keep it going. So I had that a few times where I had a designated guy to talk him down every time. It didn't always work though. It's one of my much older playthroughs. Had his character and I basically just used him as the frontman while the main head of the group was someone else, so to speak. That's how I was playing it anyway. I was doing some sort of weird roleplay in my head on it. I reckon I should give him a Daikatana. Oh, no Dachi, sorry. There is a mod you can get which gives you ownership of the hub so you can rebuild it. Oh, what's going on? Who's getting attacked? Oh. As always, I'm just trying to get Ares to be stronger. We mostly took down a whole group on our own. What was that noise? Oh. Molly's just getting really strong. Oh, she's getting there. We're starting to actually handle groups, which is great. So if we can sort of consolidate our main forces, what I might have to do as an example, one thing I could do if I was to set up in the Holy Roman lands is you just make sure you have a Holy Flame book on every person. Whether or not you believe or not is another thing entirely. And then we could sort of work towards, if we capture the head paladin from the faction leads HQ in Bad Teeth. Lister Hill, sorry. And then hand him over to either the Shek or to the Rebels. It changes who's running the whole place. It changes the whole structure of the power system. So you could have the Shek running these different spots, or you could have the Rebels running it. Same for in the United City area. This is one of the places is fighting to save all the slaves, essentially, which the United Cities uses. So the UC is not the good guys in this game. No side is really good guys except for maybe the Tin Fists group, which is the anti-slavers. If I say anyone was a good group, that's probably it. Everyone else has their own agendas, ideological stuff. While the anti-slaves just want to get slaves out, make it so that people can't be slaves anymore. I consider that pretty noble. Who did I load all that crap onto? Berserker. Go sell it. This is kind of stress testing my computer a little bit because it was not having a fun time in Minecraft. I'm hoping it works better with Kenshi. Basically, I was doing some tests yesterday to try and do some Minecraft, and 20 to 30 minutes in, it just switches off. Hopefully it doesn't happen here. And when I say switches off, the graphics card basically just switches itself off. So I was able to hear a YouTube video running in the background until I reset the computer. He's got nothing on him. Again, big issue with just having one seller. Another issue that you might encounter when you're setting up your base is food. Especially if you set up here and you run out of money. So you need to make sure you have probably a mining operation happening somewhere to ensure you've still got money coming in to a degree, even if you're got your main base somewhere. So your main base doesn't denote that you have to have everyone there, working there. You can have them off doing other things, like you have, say, pleb or any of the others sort of just working off on their own. What's happening to Rika? Excuse me. Rika's getting quite tough. There's toughness going through the roof. But I think Rook is still beating it. No, no. Next closest is Fade in terms of toughness. Nope. Alright, I'm going to keep this episode short just in case the episode cuts out. It's just I've lost whole episodes because I'm trying to push it to 30 to 40 minutes. So this is just going to be a shorter episode, unfortunately. I'm a little bit cautious at the moment. So apologies if I was planning to do more in this episode, but I was just trying to see if it actually worked for starters. So anyway, thank you for watching. If you want to leave a like and subscribe, feel free to do so. Again, this was just more of a sort of a prep and build up. So we've got a bit more people recruited in Mongrel. Still building up our money a bit in the hub. And we're also still trying to build up our building resources because we still don't quite have enough to do a lot of what we will need to do. So if I want to build a station house and a few other things, we're going to need a bit more than 40 building materials. Mining wise, we'll need some for the stone mine, which we'll need to make building materials, and then we'll need some iron plate for making the this makes building materials. So you need the stone to mine. You turn the stone into building materials for the stone processor. You mine iron, put it into here, and you get iron plates out of it. So we need a bit of iron plates, at least 12 iron plates. Look at that. Defense wise, we'll need at least 2 building materials for every one of these. They do sort of snap around, so you can do things like that, you do something like that. And they do sort of link up, which is cool. So for example, you could do something like that. Put a defensive gate into it. A double defensive gate, which is blocked by the wall. Wait, how does that work? There you go. So do something like that. That's obviously just a tier 2 gate. They're not very good. Kind of missed on having the other weaker wall, but that's okay. So we want to for example, these are tier 4. Just cancel that. Yeah, so these are tier 4 walls, so we're a bit off getting these size walls. And you can see she would have crossbow points sitting up here, so they can shoot down on the enemies. Same for the top wall. But anyway, as I said, thank you for watching. Keep doing what you're doing. Look after yourselves, look after your pets, and cheerio, guys.